In a dramatic reversal of fortunes, the Malian Armed Forces, FAMa, have transitioned from a defensive crouch to a high-velocity offensive, reportedly neutralizing thousands of fighters in a series of precision strikes that have redefined the landscape of the conflict. Good day everyone, I'm your host Awesome and you're watching The Global Observer. Our lead story today follows the intense military developments in Mali, where after a period of significant pressure on the capital, a massive counter-offensive led by strategic coordination from Alliance of Sahel States and President Ibrahim Traoré is sending shockwaves through the region. Just days ago, the narrative surrounding Mali was one of impending collapse. On April 25, 2026, coordinated strikes by groups including the JNIM and Tuareg rebels targeted Bamako, Sevara, Kidal, and Gao, even claiming the life of Mali's defense minister, General Sadio Camara. The world watched as explosions rocked the Kati military base and the main airport was paralyzed. However, within 72 hours, the defensive line didn't just hold, it broke forward. The Malian general staff shifted gears into a shorter, more aggressive operational cycles between intelligence gathering and drone strikes, marking what many are calling the turning point for Mali. The numbers coming from the front lines are staggering. While official verification continues, military sources and operational updates indicate that the scale of the response is unprecedented. In a single series of strikes in the Sahel Mali region, an initial hit neutralized 12 fighter jets, followed immediately by a second strike that leveled the entire base. This pattern, my friends, of detect and destroy accelerated across the country. In the northeast of Kamsina, motorcycle columns, once the primary tool of mobility for armed groups, were spotted by surveillance drones and systematically struck from the air. By the fifth day of the counter-offensive, estimates of neutralized enemy fighter jets have reached as high as 3,700, with over 100 combat vehicles destroyed. Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso and a key leader in the AES Confederation, has emerged as the political architect of this collective regional response. By treating the security of Mali as a shared confederal priority, the AES has allowed for a level of tactical adaptation and resource sharing that has caught the opposition off guard. The initiative, my friends, has effectively moved back to the state. In Bamako, the psychological impact of this shift is visible. Despite initial panic of the April 25th attacks, the markets remain open and the city life continues, signaling that the attempted siege of the capital has failed to materialize. However, the implications of this Geno strike go beyond just a change in the body count. This is a transformation of how war is fought in the Sahel. The transition to a high-speed, drone-led offensive means that the mobility, the insurgents' greatest strength, has now become their greatest vulnerability. Every gathering, every refueling stops, every column movement is now visible and targetable within minutes. As the Malian forces continue their nationwide sweep, the question is no longer whether they can defend the capital, but how quickly they can regain control of the remote northern and central regions. This is the Global Observer, and we will continue to monitor the rapidly evolving situation. I'm your host, Awesome, and I'll see you in another one.